Alright guys, so you guys have been asking me to leave things in water for months and months now. I couldn't even tell you how long. That's what we're going to do today. We're going to be leaving 5 things in water. And what better things to leave in water than... So what better things to leave in water than biodegradable things? So it's going to be 5 biodegradable things in water. Alright, so the first thing that we'll be leaving in water is... Does that side say it? Yes. These clays that you saw me use in a previous video. And where does it say? Right here. It says biodegradable. This will be the first thing. Let's get 4 of them. We'll see how that looks. Got our jar. I'm just gonna smash them so I can put them in there. Oh, those things are way harder than I thought. Maybe I just break them one at a time. Those things are not pleasant. Let's do it this way. I think that'll work. Alright, so let's just... And I should also mention that these are made of clay, in case you didn't pick up on that. That should be good enough. And our next item will be biodegradable cotton swabs, or as my people like to say, Q-tips. I don't really know what makes these biodegradable. Well, I guess it says compostable. I'm assuming that's the same thing as biodegradable. We'll see. So let's put about this much, do it halfway. And these Q-tips were, for 400 of them, I believe was like double the price or triple the price of 1,000 regular Q-tips, I believe is what it worked out to. All right, about halfway, we'll go with that. Next up, we have Green Boss biodegradable paper straws. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I've never heard anything good about paper straws. The only thing I've always heard that after like 5 minutes, then they just like turn all flimsy and soggy and stuff. So, these actually, they seem pretty sturdy. Yeah, I could definitely see where that would just kind of get wet and then just get all mushy. So, oh man, I'm not gonna be able to, let's do this. I'm gonna have to cut these down, I guess, to fit. I don't know what I'm gonna use to cut them down. Maybe my little knife will work to cut them down. I need to take about that much off. Oh. That's perfect. That's exactly what we need. I think just a few more chops. I think that's enough. I don't think we really need these other 5. Oh, well, we already came this far. Why not? Alright, there's our straws. Our next item, premium dog poop bags. These are supposed to also be biodegradable. Oh, they're like rolls. Oh, how does this work? Ah, I see. I see. Okay, so... Man, these things smell weird. Jeez. Put 2 of them in there. That should be good. And last but not least, we have biodegradable paper plates. Let's open these up. One will probably do it. So let's just cut it in half. Let's cut it in quarters. That's that. Get that in there. All right, I think that's good. So let's get these jars filled up with water. Alright, well, all the jars are filled with water. So I'll see you in 30 days. Alright, so if you've watched these videos for any length of time, this next part isn't going to surprise you. It's been longer than 30 days. It's actually been roughly 65 days since I put all these things in the water. Just things happened and I just lost track of time. Before we start digging into it, even though it's been 65 days, it's not really looking that good. So the first thing we're going to look at is going to be the clays. It doesn't look like much has happened at all, and you can tell that the water is kind of like a orange tint. That really seems like that's all that's happened. Ugh, they smell weird. Let's see what's going on here. I don't think a lot's happened here. I have a fresh clay. Let me... Okay, so I have a piece of fresh clay. Yeah. Here's a piece that's been in the water. Yeah, I don't think anything's happened. It feels just as hard. I don't know, I mean, it says right on the box, biodegradable. I guess 65 days, I mean, even though it's only been in water for 65 days, you would think that within 65 days it would do something more than feel the exact same, but I guess not. All right, next up, we have the bag. I think this was a doggy bag. It doesn't look like, I mean, you can tell inside the jar, it doesn't look like anything has happened to it whatsoever. Oh, there's two of them. Let's get this one. This one's probably been under the water the longest. Let me find the opening here. I mean, that feels kind of weak. Let me compare it to a new one. All right, here's a brand new one. No, that feels exactly the same. I don't feel any difference. Yeah, that's exactly the same. So, yet again, absolutely nothing has happened. So, this isn't looking very good. All right, next up is our Q-tips. The Q-tips have got like, I honestly don't know what it is, but it's just like this weird, like gunk, like maybe it's the cotton or something. I'm not sure, but it's got some type of weird stuff floating on the top of it. Check out some of these. So the cotton is still intact. I don't have any of these. I don't have any of these that are new. But I can tell you, compared to the brand new ones, that one was a little bit soft. Pretty much. I mean, look at that. Pretty much nothing has happened. Nothing has degraded. It's just a wet Q-tip, kind of just like everything else so far. It's just wet. Next up is our paper straws. And yet again, these, just like everything else, doesn't look like it's degraded at all. Let's just pull some of these out. Ooh, these have a weird smell to them. They are obviously degraded a little bit, I guess, because they're bendy and they fall apart easy. So you could see over time they would dissolve or degrade all the way, but after 65 days, there's almost nothing. They just look like wet paper straws. That's it. Which makes me wonder, how long does it take for these to degrade? Because, I mean, if after 65 days they just look like they're wet, I mean, does it take years and years, or what? Yeah, that's pretty much it. They're just wet straws. Nothing really happened. And last but not least, we have our paper plate, or It might have been a paper bowl. I honestly don't remember. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, wow. Surprise, surprise. It's just like a wet plate. It doesn't, like, I don't feel like this would feel any different. Like, it just feels like a wet plate. I would be surprised. I want to know if it feels any different after 65 days in water than it would than maybe just like an hour in water. Because this honestly just feels like a plate that, like, I feel like I could just take this plate, dunk it in water for like an hour, and then it would be just like this. So, just like everything else, pretty much nothing happened. So, I don't know. Alright guys, well, I'm sorry this video is going to be shorter. That's all I have. I don't really have an explanation. I would have thought that leaving those things in water for 30 days, and then obviously they got left in for 65 days, I would have figured that they would have at least been like halfway to completely degrading, or a quarter of the way, not like every single one of them being completely not affected. So that leads me into my next question, which I'm sure somebody will answer in the comments. How long does it take things to degrade that are biodegradable? Because if 65 days is virtually nothing, does it take years? Does it take like 50 years for something to degrade? I have no idea, but I can tell you after 65 days, pretty much nothing happens. So that's kind of boring and kind of a letdown, but thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.